What's up, guys? We are so back. We are so back. What's good, y'all? Hey, I'm gonna let this rock out a little bit because we're vibing right now. Listen, man, ain't nothing better than basketball being back. Shit, let's go. Call of Duty beta, phenomenal. NBA is back, phenomenal. What's good, y'all? Let me know how you. Hey. All right, we're gonna get started in just 1 second, y'all. Let that mug warm up real quick. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, man. All right, how are y'all doing today, man? And welcome back to another episode of the Jayson Estrera podcast, where we talk about basketball as accurate as possible. Now, it's been a long off season, and at the same time, it's also kind of flown by. But yesterday, we had the first dribble, the first shot, the first everything of the 2025-2026 NBA season, with preseason basketball kicking everything off. And listen, man, I was so hyped about this that I almost forgot about the Jonathan Kuminga situation. And like, it almost seems like these things are like damn near planned. Because all that Jonathan Kuminga stuff happened, and then all of a sudden you blink and the NBA's here, and now it's just about the competition, right? It's almost as if all that drama just dissipated with one day. And I gotta tell y'all, man, I'm really, really excited for the year. I've probably overthought the Knicks offense and Jalen Brunson and the Philadelphia 76ers. I've probably overthought all of that far too much already, and we are only on day one. So I gotta think we're in for a good year, right? If that's what's happening. So let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. I know a big part of the discourse over the last week or so has been Jonathan Kuminga. And this is what we got. What was this? This was what we got, kind of soon after that, which is restricted free agent Quentin Grimes is signing a 1-year, $8.7 million qualifying offer to return to the Philadelphia 76ers. Agent David Bauman told ESPN. Grimes will now hold an inherent no-trade clause and enter a more flush market in unrestricted free agency next summer. Hey, listen. I'm glad one person did something right. And why the fuck is Diddy trending? Anyway, but I'm glad someone actually did it. This was the news I was waiting for with Jonathan Kuminga. Like, this was literally the news that I wanted to hear, that Jonathan Kuminga signed the qualifying $8 million offer to return to the Warriors for 1 year to become an unrestricted free agent next summer. Not that he would sign a team option that the Warriors could reportedly rip up if they want to. And not that he also has no trade clause, I believe. No trade clause. And so again, I'm glad one person did it. I know a lot of people are skeptical of Quentin Grimes' health. I know Bruce brought it up a number of times when it came to Quentin Grimes. He's not a big believer, but I think someone with talent, and when it comes to betting on yourself, like truly betting on yourself, that's this example right over here, and not the Jonathan Kuminga situation, in my opinion. So shout out Quentin Grimes. Hopefully he hoops out. I think he is fully expecting people to get hurt this year. If I had to guess, he is expecting people to get hurt for him to get an opportunity, so that next season he'll sign a brand new contract a lot closer to the money that he has been looking for. And then aside from Quentin Grimes, Miami Heat forward Nikola Jovic has agreed to a 4-year, $62.4 million rookie contract extension with the franchise. So again, Miami kind of, I guess it kind of seems as if they're looking more towards the future, right? That's what I thought getting rid of Jimmy Butler was. They're gonna feature Tyler Hero more. Bam is also still a little bit on the younger side, at least compared to Jimmy Butler. Jovic, I'm forgetting someone else that they have over there. Shit, who's the big guy? Who's the big guy in Miami? Kel'el Ware, there you go. Kel'el Ware. And then, to trying to get back some of the scoring, obviously, by signing Norman Powell, right? So we'll see what happens with the Miami Heat. I think they have a little bit of an odd collection of talent, if you ask me. Whether or not they can put it together, right? The thing about teams like this, right, where there isn't one unquestionable bona fide star. I think in terms of having a it factor, being marketable, that probably falls more on Tyler Hero than Bam Adebayo. But in terms of on the court, they're both playing at their best. At least at this point, I think it's hard to determine who would be that number one guy. I like both of them a lot. I think Bam probably, I don't know, just something about him doesn't strike me as a player that wants to go out there and dominate and get 28 to 30 and 14, 15 rebounds a game. As opposed to a Tyler Hero who, to me, from the outside looking in, just looks like a gamer. I know he got thrown down on the floor by a man or Asar Thompson last year. I mean, that part looked crazy, but you like the fire that he has. I know that's not everything, but he can also hoop. So it's a guard-oriented league. So if I had to guess, they're probably going to feature Tyler Hero in this next season and have Bam kind of be that second/first option when they need him to be. But they're going younger. And the thing about a team like this, again, without a bona fide star, teams like this tend to listen to their coaches more. And with Coach Spoelstra being, in my opinion, one of the better coaches that we have in the NBA, I think he'll be able to really implement an offense and a style of play that he wants and likes, and trying to put guys in the right place to be successful is going to be a big part of that. And if they buy in, I'm not a big fan of this team, but I could see them having a little bit of life. If you were to tell me that Bam and Tyler Hero were both going to be all-stars and have really, really good years, then I would say they could potentially make it into the playoffs, right? As like a 8 or a 7 or a play-in team seed. But whether that'll happen or not, I think that's a little bit of a long shot, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens for sure. Now, I was gonna talk about the Knicks Sixers game first. I truly was, but I think I actually want to go over this. I think I actually want to go over this Pelicans game first. So here, let me pull this up really quickly. All right. All right, which one is this? All right, that's defensive breakdown. All right, it wasn't that. I think this was one of them. And that was the last two. All right, so let's start with the New Orleans Pelicans. Now they took on the Melbourne United, right? The Melbourne United, and they won by 10. 107 to 97 in Melbourne. And I think this team has a lot of question marks. Zion Williamson, his fitness, his health, and those two being very tied into his production and how good he could be this season. Jordan Poole, we have a lot of questions about him. I think he had a much better year last year in Washington compared to his first year. Went a little bit under the radar, but I thought he had a much better year last year. And going into this new situation, and he's kind of joked about the talent and the style of play that they're having in New Orleans being far better than what he had in Washington. So, with better players, with a better style of play, does he have more success? Is he able to shine and also help the other players shine? Kind of like the way he was able to with Golden State. Whether he could do that still, we don't know. So that's a massive question mark. The other is obviously, I think, Trey Murphy. Is he going to be one of the top wings in this league? If he can take that step, then it'll take a lot of weight off of the shoulders of Zion Williamson and Jordan Poole. But again, that's so many question marks. It's so many question marks that you got to consider when it comes to this team. Now, something I'm really big on when it comes to these situations are shot attempts, right? We're going to talk about VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers in a little bit against my New York Knicks, but I was really looking for Jordan Poole to get up a lot of shots. I think a lot. I'll be honest with you. The way everything is gone, I'm expecting Zion to miss a lot of games, even with the shape that he's in. So, a lot of the responsibility is going to end up on Jordan Poole. And I think that first preseason on Washington, it really fucked with him. Right? That was coming off of the heels of getting punched in the face by Draymond and all of that shit, right? I was really hoping Jordan Poole came out and shot the most in this game. in less time than, obviously the bench got. But I was really hoping he came out like doing some swaggy shit, like, because I think that's the person that they need. Right? And if he's going to be this passive, oh, you be the guy, Zion, you be the guy, Trey, I don't think it works. I don't think it works. So, it's not terrible, but it is something that I think we should be monitoring as the season is going on. Is Jordan Poole ultra aggressive? Because if he is, I think he could be a really, really big positive for this team. Adrian Wilson is the same height as Bub Carrington. What the fuck? What's good, Elijah? Shit, Adrian Wilson the same height as Josh Hart, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook. Shit, she the same height as all of them. Now, because we were just talking about Jordan Poole, Raptors made Poole shoot some like 1 for 13 in his first preseason game. Hey, listen, hey, you know me, Elijah, especially when it comes to shit like this. Just get them up. I don't care if you make them. I don't care if you miss them. If you are supposed to be a confident scoring player, be that. Be what I expect you to be. Don't be walking around like the confident, swaggy motherfucker, and then the game comes and you just passing the ball along. You just, hey, shh. You're not even there. You just you're just a fucking trolley to get the ball to the other player. Right? So let's take a look at this. I think if where the fuck is this? Oh. I think if Poole could be aggressive and play the way we kind of expect him to play. Because here's the thing about him, right? It's not for lack of talent. It ain't for lack of talent at all, right? All right, it's actually not even up on there. Let's see. Because I'm not going to lie to you, like, seeing him hit these shimmies and these fakes, like, this cat is good, bro.
So, taking that into account,
a couple years back.
All right, all right, yo, Elijah, let's be the trainers. Let's be here. Let's be the trainers. I'm gonna mute this, and we gonna 0.5 speed this, and let's be the trainers. Look. Let's do it. Watch. All right, so he grabbed the ball, right? He grabbed the ball, right? He holding it on the outside, right? He holding look. He holding it on the outside, protecting the ball, right? He gonna sweep through, fake. He faked the sweep. He faked the sweep through. Had him shaking already, right? You see, he got on his tippy toe. He got on his right tippy toe. Fake his ass again, right? Fake his ass again, and then just go the other way. And then hit him with a snatch back. Hezzy into an in and out. If that's the Jordan Poole they gonna get, I think they're gonna be all right. If this is the Jordan Poole that they are gonna get, I think they could. Not that they would be some unbelievable team, but I think they could for sure give a couple teams a real run for their money on any given night.
But I don't know. I always make myself available.
That's crazy to me that you don't have this.
He needs to play free. He needs to play free. He needs to play loose. And he needs to play comfortable. Because that version of Jordan Poole was torching people right next to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So I think that's a big piece. That's a very, very big piece, right? That's a huge aspect of it. Where is this? But I did want to highlight Zion Williamson. Because, you see things out of players sometimes, and I hate that I'm doing this. Like genuinely, I hate that I'm doing this. Like, you see things out of players sometimes, and it's like we could work with that. And Zion Williamson's post game is very unconventional. But because of his speed and quickness, I think he's able to make it work. I guess that's cool, but off that snatch, he should have drove left, punch, dribble, step ahead between the leg, misdirection, step back, three-pointer. Oh, actually, it's supposed to be a double step back into the hezzy between the leg, misdirection, step back, three. There you go. And that's probably good. Is that trainer enough? No, I think we speak in their language, Elijah. I think we finna go viral now because now we talking their language apparently, whatever the fuck that is. But let's watch this post up right here for Zion.
turn on number.
He's pushed up pretty high right here. And I think this is where he fakes baseline.
First quarter.
And look at how much space they're giving him. And I don't understand this, right, when it comes to defenses, because I'm assuming you're not trying to be body on body because you're scared of his spin, right? And if you're body on body over here with him, then that means he'll probably be a lot easier to spin baseline. And their idea right now is to try to force a double team on him. But you just allow players to eat up so much space, right? He caught the ball back there in one dribble. It just feels like he's already so much closer to the rim.
Number 5.
You're fighting him over there.
First quarter for Melbourne.
One dribble. In one dribble, it already feels like he's so much closer. Another dribble, he's damn near in the restricted area already. Goes for an unnecessary steal here, in my opinion. I think you have him right where you want him in this situation. Right? 12, right? 51 is doubling. 12 needs to split the difference. Right? 12 needs to split the difference, and he needs to be ready for the baseline. So essentially, if I were the coach and we're watching this film back, we try to force him into a turnaround jump shot going over his left shoulder towards the baseline. And if not, we can get out to shooters, right? And if not, we can get out to shooters. Instead, we go for a steal. Instead, we just go for a steal.
Characteristic by their
And
standards. Williams.
and it just looks so easy. I get some old heads that like love posting up, and I do too. Probably hate that move, but goddamn, how do you stop it? Like, literally, how do you stop it? And here's another situation right over here.
Very proud
Of his post-up game is just so odd, right? Because he's looking to drive already. He's sealing him so he could already drive towards, towards the hoop and get downhill.
proud of him.
Wait, you do or you don't? I do think Zion can be effective in playoffs, but who knows because we haven't seen it. You do or you don't think so, Elijah? Because I think he could be effective too. Bro, I swear to God, maybe we should find that game back. When Zion got hurt in that playing game against the Lakers, I swear I remember LeBron saying, "Oh, thank you, Lord Jesus." Yo, thank you. Thank you. This motherfucking school bus for a human being has been running us over for 48 minutes. Thank you for injuring him. At least that's what I thought happened. You don't think he can be effective in the playoffs? I see. I think he could be, but again, a lot of it depends on health, his shape, and how coaches and teams are playing against him. He has a great move, and it's hard to stop when he puts his head down. See, the thing about Zion is I think he has a really good feel for the game. Right? Like the thing that I remember Anthony Edwards saying last year about being really confused and at times looking really uncomfortable when he's getting double teamed and blitzed. I just don't see as often with Zion. Now, I'm not saying he makes the right read every single time, but he just feels, he looks like he's comfortable in those scenarios. And when you have a number one option who is comfortable when it comes to getting double teamed and getting blitzed, especially in the playoffs, yeah, obviously you could take him out of the game, but I think that guy has more opportunities to be impactful without going and scoring 30 points, right? But there are a lot of question marks still because, like I said, because like even you said, we haven't seen it yet. But over 7 games, I don't think he could outthink or just be more dominant than Caruso, Hartenstein, J-Dub, plus coach. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the only dude I have seen bully Giannis and Anthony Davis and all of the bigs. Like I think they obviously lose to Oklahoma City Thunder, but I don't know what they would do with Zion because I don't think you could put Jalen Williams on him. I think that would be a serious mistake to put Jalen Williams on Zion Williamson. So now you're relying on Hartenstein, and if the Pelicans are smart, all they're going to do is drag Hartenstein out with Zion and let Zion take him off the dribble and get to the rim. Or Chet Holmgren, who is a twig, and he could probably be really physical with him. So I don't know. But again, health and a lot of other things get in the way of this scenario that I'm talking about. Like, I think he is like Joel. He's nice, but giving him multiple looks and changing things is going to give you a good chance. Yeah, again, it's like health is just such an issue. But I've also seen, like, my New York Knicks through everything at Joel, and on one leg he gave us 50. So I don't know, Elijah. Like, some people you just can't do nothing with. But let's take a look at this this move right here. Drive, jump stop. A lot of people don't do. I feel like I'm gonna talk about like a lost art. I think that the 2-foot jump stop is probably a lost art. I saw a video of Austin Rivers talking about this recently. A lot of guys, because of the Euro step, a lot of guys go into the 1-2 step, right? They go into the 1-2 instead of a jump stop on 2 feet, which now, what happens when you jump stop on 2 feet? You now have an option of choosing your pivot foot. Your pivot foot could either be your left or your right. As opposed to if you go 1-2, you're just kind of stuck on whatever that second foot is, right? So, you know, I think Jalen Brunson does a phenomenal job of stopping on 2 feet. This is an example right here of jump stopping, and you'll see the move that he's able to make over here. He's not able to make this move, obviously, if he 1-2s into this, right? Like, you see it all the time, right? Karl Anthony Towns makes this mistake all the time, where if you see Karl Anthony Towns in this situation, what's he gonna do? He's gonna left, right, and try to get a shot over you, right? If Karl Anthony Towns would just drive the way he does into a jump stop, then he'd be able to pivot, body up, get a lot more effective shots up, which is exactly what Zion Williamson does right here.
Williamson
Dog, how the fuck
crowd.
do you
There's no way of
stop
stopping
that,
that.
bro? Yo. Yo, they put him in a phone booth and he still scored. And this is why I hate this guy, man. I hate this guy. Garland, Brunson, Ja, I can think of. Yeah, Jimmy might be. Because Jimmy also, not only will Jimmy stop on the 2 foot, but when he's on his pivot, Jimmy uses all of his length. Pause if necessary, right? Jimmy is like one of the few players where you will see him completely wide stance and try to eat up as much space as possible, which is something that we talk about a lot over here, right? Taking up space, not conceding space, especially going towards the rim. So no, that's a great shout. Jimmy might be the best team. Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Low-key Steph, you know what I think Steph has added, right? Because Steph used to do the floater a lot, right? And I think one thing that I've seen Steph do a lot more in recent years, he'll go into the jump stop and then he'll either like pull up or he'll do the quick little floater, especially off the backboard is something Steph does a lot. But yeah, there's definitely some examples of people that do it. I just think if you can master something like this, your ability to be effective in the league is just goes up by so much.
Williamson
I mean, that's just unbelievable,
There's no way
bro.
of stopping that. On the clock for the Pels to try and manufacture.
And then this is the one that's been going viral all day long.
On the clock for the Pels.
And this is the shit that NBA guys, that people like me watch and say, bro, you could be top 15. Like, it is things like this. If you had just gotten in shape 3 years ago and had been working on your game the entire time, he could do this naturally. This, like imagining what Zion Williamson could be, who could do this naturally, plus expand his game, is what drives people nuts.
To try and manufacture something.
Dog, his in and out is insane. I think he probably, I feel like I've seen him use the in and out a lot, and I feel like his is nasty.
It's just something. Williamson downhill with
Jesus,
a full head of
bro.
steam. Scores.
Like, what? Like, bro. Can this guy get healthy? Like, I'm tired of and it's not even, is it even health at this point? I'm just really tired of all of these players that, you know, expecting something when it's like, bro, you could just put your head down and keep everything simple, and you would be one of the best. Right? Now, speaking of keeping it simple, this is something that I'm noticing, at least with these first two games. We expect offense to be rusty. I don't know about you guys, right? But when I'm watching these preseason games and even the early games of the year, right? I expect offenses to be rusty, to be not as sharp, meaning, you know, everyone isn't, you know, people aren't at their 40% clip shooting from three, you know, timings of when to get the passes, like those things are expected. What I would want as a coach in the NBA is going into the year, ideally, we have our principles and we stay disciplined on defense. Right? I think there needs to be more of an emphasis on not overplaying, not putting yourself out of position, and just playing good, solid defense. It might not result in a steal, in a block, but a missed shot is a missed shot. And I've seen a number of scenarios, especially in the Knicks game, where guys are just out of position and, excuse me, you know, something that's very hard to control at the moment, which is just the timing and the pacing when it comes to offense. Just being solid on defense and being at the right place at the right time, I think goes a long way. So let's take a look at this right here when it comes to Zion Williamson.
Melbourne United.
You know, we get a ghost screen, right? We get a ghost screen.
Melbourne United.
So two guys are on the ball. Big has to lift. Zion makes the read, right? Zion makes the read. You can see how he's trying to get down here already, right? But if you could see what his body positioning is doing, he's trying to make a play on the ball. In a scenario where, I don't remember how tall Trey Murphy is. He's not a short guy. But if you guys just wall up in this situation and put arms up, try to seal 51 if you're thinking that far ahead. But even if you're not reading this necessarily right now, to just try to stop the basketball, right? You don't need a steal. You don't need a block. Just try to stop the basketball. Maybe he shuffles his feet and turns the ball over. Maybe he makes a bad pass. At the very least, force 14 to make a read and make a good basketball play. Now let's play this out. And that's exactly what happens. Going for a steal, Trey Murphy, and Zion does the same thing. They are both going for the ball instead of defending the player. And so, going through these preseason games, I don't know what the hell they be talking about, but I want to see Oklahoma City Thunder and how their defense is looking really early in the preseason and in the regular season, because I personally don't expect as many of those same little mistakes, if that makes sense. So
I would have thought.
We'll see what happens. Wait, what? Wait, why is it doing that?
I would have thought.
Why is it showing all of them? Am I tweaking? I mean, here we get another example of just guys just being out of position.
In with the two.
Just just a simple pick and roll. Naked strong side. They're playing, they're in drop coverage right over here.
Yeah.
Instead of someone rotating over, I mean, there is literally absolutely no need for all three of you guys to be over here. Zion needs to rotate over here. Or you got to call the switch. I don't know how they're trying to play this. Clearly, they're not. Or he said it too late, but that is wide open, brother. That is wide fucking open. But yeah, that's really all I got for this game. I'm expecting a lot out of Jordan Poole and Zion Williamson this year. I think if they can have good seasons, then anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. So we'll see. Now let's move on. I wanna talk about this New York Knicks Philadelphia 76ers game because they're already pissing me off. Hey man, who else get pissed off at their team in the first game of preseason? Because I do. Guys are doing dumb shit. Now, my New York Knicks won this game 99-84. We won in Abu Dhabi, and I could care less. We'll start with the Philadelphia 76ers because I think I wanted to start right over here. VJ Edgecombe shot the ball 13 times. Played 30 minutes and shot the ball 13 times. A lot of people were talking about his numbers: 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Showing off, all of the skills. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well, right? 30% from the field and 16.7% from 3. But the aggression is, I think, important because it's been consistent. Now, we've all been around someone like that, right? The guy that we are working on trying to get the corner guy a shot, and the guy with the basketball coming off the pick just will not stop shooting the fucking basketball because he knows the defender in this drill is cheating to try to get to the corner guy. So because there's a gap, and I'm speaking from experience, that motherfucker shot the ball every time off the pick because the corner guy was not helping. And so it's very irritating to be around someone like that. At least it could be very irritating. But it's also really respectable Because I would much rather have someone that's like that from the second we meet to the first time we play on the basketball floor, to tryouts, to practice. So then by the time the game comes and you shoot 25 fucking times, I am not surprised. And I know a lot of people might not understand that concept, but that's how people get set in line. That's much better than the person that tries to fake be a part of the team. I'm going to do everything. And then the game comes, they're shooting 25 fucking times. And everyone's looking around like, where did this come from? Right? So I would much prefer VJ Edgecombe, who from the jump has been shooting the basketball for Philadelphia, regardless of who's on the floor. Right? So to me, that's a massive, massive, massive plus. Now, I also think Tyrese Maxey looks pretty good. I think, he's obviously trying to come back healthy and have a stronger year than he did last season, but I like Maxey's game. He can shoot the basketball. He's got a floater. He's very aggressive. To me, he's a more aggressive Darius Garland. That's how I see Tyrese Maxey. I think he's a more aggressive Darius Garland. Darius Garland at times could shy away from shooting and being aggressive, but I don't think Tyrese Maxey particularly has that problem. And if this team continues the way that it does, he's gonna end up having a lot to do with their success in scoring and everything. So let's see. All right. I'm trying to find this right here. Okay. This is such a simple concept, right? Over here, like, some of these concepts to me are just so simple, and I don't think there's really a need to overcomplicate things, right? And we're talking about effort and damn near almost playing too hard and putting yourself out of position. So we'll watch Mikal Bridges right over here. Ball's going out, right? There's 13 seconds on the shot clock. So y'all got to play solid defense for just another really 10 seconds. The shot going to go up with 3 seconds left. So they're swinging the ball out. And either he don't know where the fuck his man is or he don't know where he is on the floor. Why are you running this hard to get out here? And this is when just being simple goes a long way. I think this needs to be a thing on NBA teams. Whenever you guys have as an offense, whenever you're able to get a defensive player lifted above this 3-point line, you need to cut behind that person every time. And they had done this time and time and again because the Knicks, for whatever reason, are sprinting to the 3-point line.
Justin Edwards, the Philadelphia kid.
And it's just
slicing another alley-oop for Bona and a strong start for Philly.
Easy. It's just too fucking easy. Where's this other one?
Second year, I couldn't believe how more relaxed.
Look at this again.
I was.
There is absolutely no reason in this scenario for you to be going for this steal. Like, we gotta understand 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Y'all have already won this possession for the most part. 14 seconds left. Just play solid defense.
When I got traded, I thought I was relaxed, but when I came back this second year, I could really feel a difference, and I'm sure.
I mean, like,
that missed his first 3 triples, but an above the break make.
no, that wasn't even it. But let's take a look at this. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Again, same thing.
Of course, it all start.
Like, what are we doing, bro? like, are we blacked out? Are we just blacked out in Abu Dhabi? Is that what it is? Are we just like fucking faded and blacked out over there? Like, we don't even know what's going. What are we doing, bro?
Of course, it all starts with the star.
I am just knowing where to go with the ball immediately.
Deuce McBride.
Just everyone is just out of fucking
3 Knicks
position,
in double
bro.
figures now. McBride's got
Again.
3 Knicks in double figures now.
And Edgecombe is just using his speed.
Knicks in double figures now. McBride's got 10. Edgecombe steps through, finds a wide open Oubre.
Yo, Elijah, I swear I'm trying, bro. I'm really trying to not like get really irritated at these motherfuckers. But goddamn, that is too easy. Maybe he's trying to get a 360 or East Bay or something. Like, everyone I know that does that in games like this either had a crazy deal or is trying to pull something crazy. Wait, what are you talking about? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What are we talking about? Bro, we are so out of position. It is not even funny, dog. Here, let me see. Was there something on the Knicks side? I don't even think I really wanted to go over anything for real with the Knicks. Oh, just this. This is a scenario the New York Knicks will be in a lot this year. Right? Jalen Brunson gets blitzed quite a bit. Like they told the coach they would do a 360 this game deal. Maybe. Or they're doing it out of love. You know, everything for the money. But I wanted to watch this back because I think this is a situation the New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson will be in a lot this year. And I really want to see what the fuck is going on out there, bro. Why are the dogs going crazy? And I really want to see how Mitchell Robinson is able to read this scenario as time goes on. Because as I've talked about a lot before, especially bigs that don't really have an offensive game, they tend to catch the ball too deep, right? Because they're trying to get as close as possible to the rim to get a layup or a dunk. Because they don't have a floater like Hartenstein does or like a jump shot, you see very few bigs that are going to short roll to around the free throw line area to allow a play to develop on the baseline, right? And I think that's important to note in this situation because this is a scenario that they are going to be in a lot of times this year. And can Mitchell Robinson read this, right? If a guy is really low, then yeah, you can pretty much get all the way. If you know Karl Anthony Towns is right here and he might either have a 3 or he might get a shot, then maybe you short roll to here and you get a little a bounce pass or a kick out. So let's watch how this plays out.
Usually a peeler.
Nice find for Robinson.
Or handles like Drummond. No, that's facts. But do you see how they are going to be in this scenario a lot? Mikal Bridges needs to be very aware. He needs to look for the shot, but also he needs to get to the ball if he needs to. More than likely, he's going to be the outlet guy, or this guy will literally have to sprint to half court. But this is where I think it's important. This scenario right here, right? Because he doesn't catch the ball here. He catches the ball over here, right? But look at how if he is able to catch the ball at the free throw line, this guy will have to step up, and now Karl Anthony Towns has a dunk, right? Or if he played like this because he's lifting up and Karl Anthony Towns stayed, right, he potentially could have a 3, or Mitchell Robinson could have had a dunk as well too. So I think this is a very important scenario, and seeing how the New York Knicks are able to break this blitz time and again will I think it'll really help us be successful if they can break these blitzes continuously. But we'll see if they're able to do that. I do wonder, because obviously Mitchell Robinson is more of just a defender, rebounder, and dunks the basketball. That's why I miss Hartenstein so much. Right? Hartenstein could catch the ball on the short roll. He could hit a floater. He could hit the bounce pass to the cutter. Right? Mitchell Robinson has never really been that guy. And, if what I've read is true about the New York Knicks, and that we are shifting away from this isolation-heavy offense, then Mitchell Robinson is going to have to be able to make that play, right? Karl Anthony Towns is going to have to be able to do a 2-foot jump stop and not just go 1-2 into a Euro step every single time, right? And I think those things will help the New York Knicks a lot. One thing that I will say, where the hell did this go? Am I faded? One thing that isn't exciting is watching this.
Broom with the rainbow 3. Rebounded by Hart.
Hart stumbling, bumbling in the backcourt. Is he hurt?
So he had hurt his back apparently in this scenario. He also got thrown out of and ejected out of the game for throwing the basketball because of frustration. So hey, maybe the players aren't in midseason 4, but god damn it, the referees are. Ejecting a guy that's hurt is insane. And listen, man, I think that there are a couple of lines of work where you need some type of psychology background, right? I think to be a cop, you gotta have some type of psychology background. You gotta be able to read people and read situations and learn how to de-escalate things, right? But that takes knowing people. I think referees got to do the same thing. I think if you are a referee, you need to have a psychology background, because you need to understand people. You need to understand situations, and these scenarios where Yes, it's against the rule to throw the basketball into a stand like that. If you understand that a player is frustrated because they are hurt in the preseason, then we have to understand some of these things on a case-by-case basis. The refs are auditioning and they are trying to make money, rotation, etc. preseason, same as players. He made the call he is instructed to make for regular season. That's a good call by the ref. I am dead, bro. I am dead. But like, bro, we are ejecting guys when they are hurt. It's insane. It's insane. I'm pretty sure he got called for the loose ball foul on top of all of this. Some shit, man. I'm still. I shouldn't be mind blown when I see stuff like this, but I am, and it's impressive to me that we still deal with this. It truly is. But when it comes to, the New York Knicks, I do think we have a ton of talent. We're gonna need Josh Hart. There's no world where we don't have success, where we have success without Josh Hart. We absolutely need Josh Hart. So hopefully he's healthy. A back injury this early in the year is not good, because realistically, the best remedy for that is to sit your ass down and not play. And when you're trying to get into shape, into the rhythm of the NBA, sitting right now is probably not ideal. So we gotta monitor that. Apparently, according to reports, the Knicks are running more of a Greg Popovich 2010 San Antonio Spurs type of offense, which like what do you want me to do with this information, bro? Like, what you want me to do with this information? I just see them 14 times lifted above the three-point line and get backdoored yesterday. And we're talking about offense. Like, we are sitting here talking about they're about to have the San Antonio Spurs offense when they need to have the San Antonio Spurs defense. Like, that's what they need to have. But I'm probably just a fucking big fan that's nitpicking everything. I do think Jalen Brunson is the right person to try to shift the offense like this, because you're not going to hear a peep from him. He's not going to complain, and he's just going to play. So if there was a star player in the league who you would want on your team when you're trying to shift the offense like this, it's probably Jalen Brunson. But we'll see what happens moving forward, man. We'll see what happens moving forward. Holy shit. What else we got going on? Is there a game on right now? No, it's not till tonight, right? There's a game tonight. Game tomorrow again. Actually, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games tomorrow. 2 games Sunday, and then we keep it on. So we're locked in, baby. We are locked the fuck in. But thank you guys so much, man. That's gonna do it for me for now. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all. Like what I'm supposed to do with that? what am I supposed to do with that right now? Yo, it's funny. It's funny. I feel like I watch every other. Maybe it's just me. I watch every other fan of their team like delusionally root for their team. I feel like I'm the only one that shits on my team constantly. Maybe I'm the problem. Hey, maybe I'm the problem. Everyone else, woohoo! Yeah, just cheering the fuck out of their team losing. I'm just the one pointing out all the issues. God damn it, man. We got so much talent, bro. We got so much talent. So much talent. But hey, man, that's gonna do it for me for now. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. Is it? When is it? I don't remember if it's sometime next week or the week after. I might end up missing one of those days. I believe it's either gonna be next Friday or that following Monday. We'll see what happens. Listen, dog, there's so much going on right now. I haven't spoke on the Raptors with you, bro. What we gonna talk about? What we gonna talk about? Hey, tell me right now, Elijah. What we finna talk about? We gonna talk about Scotty Barnes. We gonna talk about Brandon Ingram. What we gonna talk about? Come on, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. I haven't spoke about the Raptors with you. All y'all do is bring the Raptors up. Bro, I have Black Canadian here telling me the Raptors would have beat everybody the last, whatever, 6-7 championships or some shit. I've had enough Raptors talk with y'all, bro. Oh, my God. I hope this injury ain't bad, dog. I'm looking back at this. You do low-key be going after the Raptors. I'm not gonna lie. You do be low-key. I mean, I feel like you do a good job of both. I feel like you do a pretty good job of both. I see, right there you go. You have some delusional confidence, but you're also the same person that knock yourself back down to earth. So I respect it. Hey, I respect it. You got to be going a little crazy in your head, but I respect it, bro. see, like... Nah, you gonna critique them, but you also gonna say they about to win a championship. You on both sides of the spectrum, dog. Oh, shit. You can't do that, but I guess you can. That's some fan shit to do. That's just being a fan. Hey, listen, man. Elijah, all I know, hey, because listen... Hey, Derpy been coming in here talking about football, talking about baseball. Everyone been in here talking about trying to talk about everything but basketball. Dog, I am so hyped that basketball is back, man. I am so fucking excited. God, I miss watching basketball. I miss playing basketball too, but I've missed watching basketball. I am gonna critique the fuck out of everyone this year. If you are not rotating on defense, you are getting cooked, bro. You are getting cooked. I promise you, you're getting cooked this year if you're not rotating on defense. Hey, Kevin Durant, if I see any of that shit that you was doing last year with Phoenix, when you the low man that gotta rotate on the roller, we gonna have problems in Houston, bro. We gonna have problems. I'm gonna complain how my team don't want to win at the end of the season, dog. Your team don't want to win in the beginning, middle, or the end of the season. I think your team just there for vibes. Everyone but RJ Barrett, I'm pretty sure is there just for vibes. Yo, RJ going hard as fuck. Everyone just vibing. I feel like RJ the only one for real trying to win. Everyone just chilling. Yo, I feel like Scotty Barnes over here trying to think of what glasses to go with a button up and a knit sweater to wear in the next game. I feel like Brandon Ingram gonna be trying to spot something in the crowd. RJ the only one that's gonna be going hard, bro. I promise you. Everyone else on some bullshit. Oh my God. Wow. Jayson not hip. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. listen. I like the Golden State Warriors this year, but I'm low-key trying. I'm about to become a hater, seeing how much they talking about. Oh, I think we about to win the chip. Hey, y'all can't even catch a cold. Like, listen, Steph Curry can't even afford to catch a cold this year, or they might drop 3 games. Like, that's the type of shit they on right now. Talking about we gonna win a chip. Y'all can't. You can't roll an ankle. y'all can't have no type of injury issues. If Al Horford pull a back out, it's over for y'all, bro. Like, what? But we are a vibe. Yeah, nothing. All right, let me run through this shit right now real quick. Oh shit, Jalen Dub been getting inked. Yo, his whole arm. His whole arm got blasted. What the fuck? When he got an arm sleeve? They got more 6-footers and said we contenders. Wait, hold on. I gotta see this. Wait, hold on. Hey, J-Dub got more ink. His whole leg's tatted. Now he got his whole right arm tatted. That's sick. Mind you, that's what the playoffs are, is injuries. No, that ass. Like, they literally cannot afford nothing.
Tracks or like you're chasing.
Hey, wait. Oh, we can't show this? Dog, what's good with the NBA, bro? Why y'all pieces of shit? But J-Dub looked like he just got into some new ink on his right arm. I fucks with that. That's lit. That's lit. I'm about to get another piece done pretty soon, so I low-key want to get my back started, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, bro. We'll see. But yeah, one of these days I'll probably end up at the shop. One of these days, go pull up on my boy Nick. What else we got for this year, dog? Nah, I don't really got no notes right now. I think that's pretty much we're just trying to watch. J-Dub is an actual idiot. He said the Joker is a misunderstood villain. Hey. Hey, man. Listen, I'm a big Batman fan, as y'all could tell, right? Obviously, as y'all could tell, right? Big Batman fan. But I've seen so much about how Batman is really the villain for real. That's why, I can't even get mad at the misunderstood villain shit. Hey, I love the Joker too. Shit, hey, maybe misunderstood is just the wrong word, but that character was unbelievable. But hey, man, his body, so whatever works for him. Whatever works for him. Did you see you saw Klay Thompson saying Cooper Flag didn't skip a single workout during practice? That's a W. And then proceeded to not know half of 5 out of the 10 players from the 2000s that they had him name off. That was funny. There's some people that think that you can't be good at basketball if you haven't whoever said that is dumb. All right, think about it though. If Batman would have just killed these villains, all right, but think about it. If Batman would have just killed these villains, man, fuck his little moral compass. If he would have just killed these villains, he would have saved a lot more people, probably. But he just keep putting them in jail just for them to sneak back out. Ha ha! I got you, Batman. No, that's what I'm saying. And then see, but think about it, Elijah. He put them in jail. Loki let them get out. and then catch him again, throw him in jail, and just be aura farming the whole time, costing the city mad money. He he breaking windows and shit, breaking through people's apartments. I mean, like, really think about it, low key. Like, really think about it. Like, if you would have just killed the Joker, man. If you would have just killed the Joker. But there's actually one of my favorite series, one of my favorite Batman series is called where is it? It's The Dark Knight Rises. It's a 3-part animated. Where the fuck is it? Wait, what the fuck is this? Wait, why am I blanking on this name, bro? No, where the fuck is this? The Killing Joke was, I don't know. A lot of people like that The Killing Joke. I thought it was cool. I don't know if it was anything. Bro, where the fuck is this? Oh, here. The Dark Knight Returns. There you go. Plus, if you kill some villains, the chaos will come. No, they gonna be pussy. Look, think about it. Think about it, Elijah. If you're a villain and you know Batman will not kill you, I mean, you might be scared, but how scared will you really be to commit some crimes? Like, you know he not gonna kill you. I'll be honest, I don't know how Batman and Joker aren't dead. That's why Joker walk around. Bro, do you think the Joker would walk around with a cane with his chest up and his head up like that if he wasn't so comfortable knowing Batman not finna kill him? You think the Joker would have the balls to do some of the shit that he would do if he didn't know that Batman would not kill him? He's like, the worst thing is he gonna put me in jail. And guess what? I'm gonna just figure out a way out. Yo, but check this out. This is my favorite 3-part movie out of, honestly, I think I've actually watched this more than The Dark Knight Rises with like the live action with Christian Bale. But this is essentially a story of Batman's been gone for I forget how many years it was, and it's an older Batman that comes back. And yeah, everything kind of comes after it. Also, Elijah, there's this theory, like when it comes to heroes, and I've seen this in certain heroes, in certain conversations, especially like some nerdy, especially like really nerdy podcasts. But they talk about how it's almost like that having the heroes attracts the villains. Right, so having someone there is almost like when all of these villains spawn, right? It's like in Batman's world, for example, like there was crime and shit, there was the mob, but all of these superhuman, they only popped out when Batman started, getting down and doing his thing. But those conversations I think are always just fun to have. Batman is fighting Flash and Darkseid. Like, come on. Yes, Joker tries to get Batman to kill him. Joker don't give a fuck about nothing. He really don't give a fuck about nothing, bro. That's why I love him. That's why I think, to your point though, Elijah, I think misunderstood villain for Joker is probably the wrong way to classify him. Like, I love the Joker because he genuinely don't give a fuck. Like, here is my, like here's the thing, right? If you've watched enough like Batman movies and Joker and stuff in it, this is my take. Was it the Killing Joke or something like that? It was one of those where it kind of says that like the Joker was this regular person and had this terrible day and then became the Joker. And it's this theory and this line of thinking that says, you know, we're all one bad day away from becoming a really bad person. And I've always been a person that said life is about constant decisions. Everything we do, we have an opportunity to make a decision. And you can either decide to do the wrong thing or the right thing, right? And for some people, certain situations are so big that it causes them to sway in one way or the other. And I think Joker is just such a great character to explore that psychology, and that's why I think he's an unbelievable character, because I actually, you know, to your point, I don't think he's a misunderstood villain. I think he just don't give a fuck and he just be trolling everybody. So you gotta love that. You gotta love that. He's like who be trolling everybody in the league? I don't know if we really got a Joker type of person in the league. But hey, all right, that's enough. That was probably too much nerdy talk. Hella Batman talk. But hey, man, before I get out of here, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. It really, really helps the channel out. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Elijah, you are the man. You already know that. I'm going to continue to tell you that. Hey, don't forget to tell people to pick up them plain tees. I didn't forget, but thank you guys so much. Y'all could have been anywhere on the internet, but y'all were here with me, and I really appreciate you for that. So thank you so much. I will see y'all back here on Monday. I'll see y'all back here on Monday. Enjoy the games this weekend, man. The NBA is back. We are back, y'all. I don't gotta play. I don't got. Oh my God. Maybe I want to watch football. I don't gotta bullshit no more. I'm really not trying to watch that shit, bro. He is a phenomenal, but people try to make him tragic or likable because they like him. I don't think you gotta make him likable. I just fuck with the shit that he do. Like honestly, bro. Like the Heath Ledger character from the movie, like him burning the cash. like it was the perfect thing, right? It was the perfect statement. Some people just want to watch the world burn, and I think that was the perfect thing. But I'll see you later, brother. You have a great rest of your weekend, man. Stay safe. Have a lot of fun. Have a blast. I'll see y'all back here on Monday, y'all. Y'all have a great